Hey guys, how you all doing? It's Alex the Sega Guru here, and we've got a brand new Vmpro coming thanks to 8-bit mods. So as it says, introducing the Vmpro, the last VMU you'll ever need for your Dreamcast. Interesting, but it's not just for your Dreamcast. The VMU can also, and I think this is the bit that may make this sell even more, can emulate your favourite 8-bit era handhelds and game consoles like the Game Boy Color NES Master System on a beautiful 16-bit colour IPS TFT display. It also has Wi-Fi enabled, backwards compatible with the original VMs, and so obviously essentially you can connect them up, and the best on-device file management you've seen on a memory card. So let's take a look at the actual thing. Now, obviously, it says pre-order the 15th of May. So, obviously, that's very, very soon. Only on 8-bit mods. So, that's just their website. Which is great. Obviously, this has already had 55.5k views since May 10th. So, that's yesterday. So, it's getting the rounds and people are clearly taking note. So, let's take a look at the actual video and stop on points where we can kind of discuss. So yes, if we just go back one sec, right here. So this is obviously showcasing the, well, you can obviously see the systems here: Game Gear, Master System, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy. So now I think this is great because it also means you're probably going to be carrying it around. But obviously battery life, that's one thing that obviously comes to mind, because obviously things like this, they don't usually have a huge amount of battery time. And also, will it explain how it's charged? I'm assuming it will be USB-C, but I could be wrong. But yeah. Great off the bat. And then obviously the straight next part, here we go, settings. So you got breakdown of audio, volume, brightness, you know, the standard bits. Screen dim, screen off, system sleep, system off, and obviously kind of rundown of when you want to do that. You can swap the A and B buttons if you want, and eVMU settings right there. Let's continue. So obviously this is showing the functionality between the old and new. So obviously, you know, for example, if you're playing Sonic Adventure and you want to put the channels together, you can do that as well. So obviously backwards compatible is great. It's good to see old talking with the new. Now obviously the emulation part is the one bit that I think a lot of people are going to look at. And like I said, that's mainly because there are systems out there that do similar things. In fact, they actually emulate 16-bit and up. Some of them can even, you know, I think some of them can even do N64. I believe, I could be wrong, but it could be just up to 62 or maybe even 30-bit, 2-bit. I'm not sure, but so obviously there is mild limitations there compared to other systems, but I don't think that should really be an issue. Now, does that mean it could eventually be updated to do 16-bit? To me, that would make more sense, just in the sense that you could obviously then play all like the Sonic library, or you know, the Mega Drive and Genesis library and Super Nintendo. But great though for a start. All this though does hinder on price. Yeah, so like I said, as a rundown, I do think this does look pretty good, but it doesn't say the price. Now, that's not always a bad thing, you know, because it's making you want to kind of see what it is, give a rundown before you can look at the price. I would say, and I don't think it will be this sort of price, if this was around the £100 mark, pound that is, so dollars, I don't know what, 120, something like that, maybe that could absolutely make sense. But there is a lot of tech in this, so it's likely, I still think this will cost a bit more, but I could be wrong. Obviously, let me know what you think, because I do think this is great. I'm not gonna lie, I am very interested in this, because like I said, there are other versions of just an emulation system, and they are about $250 plus. So, let us know what you think. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. It's Alex signing out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As well as that, you can also back the channel on Patreon. QR code is down below. But obviously, you can check out this video. You can also check out that video. And on that note, it's Al signing out.